In the top stories, St. Kitts Tourism Authority attends Asta Caribbean Showcase. Increased seismic activity reported at Grenada submarine volcano. And France, UK and Germany begin process of reimposing sanctions on Iran over nuclear program. Welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Friday, the 29th day of August. I am Jasmine Thomas. With over 300 travel professionals in attendance, St. Kitts continued to amplify its presence in the global travel community at the 4th Annual American Society of Travel Advisors Asta Caribbean Showcase, held in Jamaica from the 23rd to the 27th of August. Asta is the world's leading travel association, and as the Caribbean grows in popularity as a premier global travel destination, hosting prestigious conferences such as this has significantly boosted the region's appeal to the showcase, offered a valuable platform for travel advisors to network and engage in meaningful discussions with the region's tourism experts. Over the four-day event, key topics including airlift, experiential travel, sustainable and tourism's economic impact across the region. The Honorable Marsha T. Henderson, Minister of Tourism, participated in a panel discussion alongside esteemed Caribbean tourism ministers. She offered insights into St. Kitts' progress and its role in positioning the Caribbean as a leading destination. The St. Kitts Tourism Authority also participated in the Asta Trade Show, facilitating direct engagement with travel advisors and generating interest and bookings for the destination. St. Kitts and Nevis's permanent representative to the United Nations, Her Excellency Dr. Mutris Williams, participated in an invitation-only UN Reform Walking the Talk retreat hosted by the Austrian Federal Ministry of European and International Affairs at the European Forum Albach 2025. The Albach 2025 retreat, held from August 23 to 25 in the framework of the Austrian Initiative on Networked Multilateralism, Upgrading Partnerships, focused on finding ways of revitalizing the United Nations in the area of peace and security. Dubbed a forum for candid exchange, intellectual reflection, and creative policy thinking, participants were encouraged to think boldly, challenge assumptions, and to contribute to the conversation on the future of the United Nations. Ambassador Williams conveyed greetings from the government and the people of St. Christopher and Nevis. She expressed appreciation for the extended invitation and the opportunity to engage in critical dialogue on the United Nations and its future as the multilateral organ approaches its 80th year. She informed that it was an honor for St. Kitts and Nevis, a small island developing state, to sit at the table, meaningfully engaged in multilateral dialogue, especially a discourse on the future of the United Nations and its UN chapter. On the 27th of August 2025, the Anti-Narcotics Unit of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force carried out a major contraband destruction session, eliminating thousands of cannabis plants through controlled burning. The exercise underscored the strength and determination of the RSCNPF in protecting our communities, dismantling the illegal drug trade, and ensuring that harmful substances and items do not make their way back into our streets. The Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force said, by standing firm against illegal activity, we are creating safer neighborhoods, securing our nation's future, and showing that crime will not prevail in St. Christopher and Nevis. On the regional scene, the National Disaster Management Agency has confirmed heightened seismic activity at the Kikem-Jenny submarine volcano located off the coast of Grenada. According to the University of the West Indies Seismic Research Center, the episode of volcanic unrest began around 10 o'clock on Wednesday night, August 27, and continued into the early hours of Thursday. Within a 10-hour period, nearly 800 tremors were recorded, with the strongest measuring between magnitude 2.2 and 2.4. Authorities noted that the tremors have not been felt on land, and while seismic activity continues, the intensity has decreased since the start of the event. The UWISRC will continue to monitor the submarine volcano and provide updated analyses of the situation. And now for a look at news on the international scene. France, Germany, and the United Kingdom have begun the process to reimpose UN sanctions on Iran over its nuclear program. The triggering of the so-called snapback sanctions, a move that the United States welcomed on Thursday, comes as diplomatic efforts to restrain Iran's growing nuclear program have faltered. Tehran has condemned the move and warned there could be consequences for re-implementing sanctions. The E3 countries notified the UN Security Council Thursday that they were triggering the snapback mechanism, which would reimpose all UN sanctions that had been previously lifted in the 2015 Iran nuclear deal. The mechanism was included as part of that agreement, formerly called the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. Iran has increasingly breached the nuclear deal after President Donald Trump withdrew the U.S. from the agreement in 2018. And now for a look at the weather. Present weather across St. Kitts and Nevis is partly cloudy. Winds, a gentle breeze of 10 miles per hour from the east. Seas are up to 1.2 meters or 4 feet. The weather today partly cloudy with a 40% or moderate chance of showers. Weather tonight partly cloudy with a 20% or a slight chance of showers. Sunset this evening will be at around 6:30, and sunrise tomorrow morning is set for approximately 6 o'clock. That brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jasmine Thomas. God bless you.